This season on Big Brother.
Hey, Brennan!
And blah, blah, blah.
I love you, Brennan!
And blah, blah, blah.
Nobody comes in between me and my man.
I wanted to talk to my favorite!
Blah, blah, blah.
Nobody comes in between me and my man.
Eat your fucking Fruit Loops. I ain't worried about it.
I should have known. Sauerkraut.
Are you kidding me? Wrong move, biatch.
I am John Richardson. Unfortunately, Eric could not be here again. Hello, we're covering for him. But as they say, the show must go on. You can follow me at Comedy Jonah. And who do I have with me, Cleo?
Yo, I'm Cleo. I'm your Fruit Loop dingus. Bam, bam. Follow me on Twitter, Miss Cleo BB.
Dana here. You can follow me on Twitter at dgoodyear1975, and you can read all my Big Brother blogs at yourrealityrecaps.com/bb16. And I am so excited for Zach's parents. Oh my God!
Joining us for the recap, and what a great episode it was tonight. Zach's parents. Where can we find you guys?
We're down in sunny Florida here.
Yeah, are you guys on Twitter, social media?
Our whole family is on Twitter, including Zach's dog.
What's your Twitter handle?
Mine is KJZP Jill, and my husband's is Zach R BB16 Dad.
Awesome. All right, I'm so excited. But first, you know, at Your Reality Recaps, we have all kinds of Big Brother content, Big Brother 16. Go to yourrealityrecaps.com/bb16. Read Dana's blog. She's working really hard on that. She's got a funny perspective of what's going on in the house. You can follow our live feeders tweeting the house 24/7. We've got all kinds of updates, news articles, all kinds of good stuff. All right, so let's jump into tonight's episode. Mom and Dad, are you guys watching religiously? Are you guys watching the live feeds?
No.
No.
What do you think? Now that was a true Fruit Loop dingus comment.
Mom, are you watching the live?
Actually, we were both up at 3:30 this morning, and we were fortunate enough to catch them all in the HOH room this morning, giving Caleb the really bad news that Amber is targeting him. So we are working on very little sleep right now, but we watch the feeds obviously we work during the day, so we can't, but we watch them early in the morning, and we watch them late at night.
It's okay, because Zach sleeps all day, so... It's perfectly safe.
Did Zach sleep a lot outside the house, in your house?
No.
No. Does he go
No, he is, Zachary is perpetual motion, and when you see him up in the Big Brother house, that's the way he is all day, every day.
I know. I think I mentioned, I'm like, he's got so much energy. I'm like, I couldn't imagine him as a toddler. I don't know how you survived his baby.
Actually,
He wasn't that bad.
He wasn't that bad. He's always been a character, so he's always been really funny. He keeps everybody laughing all the time. His hyperness seemed to have gotten worse as he got older.
That's good.
I have a question, because I know you guys are Jewish. Was he bar mitzvah? Did he go to like Hebrew school?
Yeah.
Yes. As a matter of fact, we had his bar mitzvah at Temple Embassy Suites.
Because here's the thing. So was I, and I was like very much like Zach was when I was in Hebrew school, and I could just imagine him and I were. Like, I used to get sent to the equivalent of the principal's office all the time for goofing off, and it was for acting like Zach. And I just imagine that we would have caused so much trouble if we were in school together. And because he's, I love his personality.
Zachary didn't get in trouble at school because of his behavior. Actually, the teachers were some of his biggest fans. He didn't get in trouble in school until he actually got into high school.
Wow. So is Zach, I mean, we've seen a lot of him. We're seeing him performing. We saw him perform in some of the pre-interviews before Big Brother.
Yep.
Does he ever do theater, or do you kind of stage, or is the world his stage?
Well, on Twitter, you would have seen a picture that I put up there of when Zachary was the lead in his school play
In fourth grade.
in fourth grade. It was actually, though, the fifth grade play, and he was the first kid ever chosen not in fifth grade to
play
be
the
a
lead.
lead.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, he's always been like that.
Very. Wait, like, how long has Zach been watching Big Brother? What's his history with the show?
Actually, I've been a Big Brother fan since season 1, and Zachary always watched it with me until maybe like high school. You know, he wasn't like home a lot, you know, so he would miss a bunch of episodes. But he's always... Everybody in the family knows that when Big Brother comes on every summer, that everybody has to leave me alone so that I can watch it. So he's always, you know, he's always been part of watching Big Brother.
Because, like, he definitely knows how to command. Like, he knows what the fans want. That's why I think he's so popular right now, is because he delivers good TV, and it's just, I think he's aware of what he's doing, but still he delivers. And despite the edit, which I don't agree with very much, especially tonight or the last show, I don't think it's destroying his game as much as the way that they're portraying it. I think.
Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you, because it seems like at work, when I'm at work, I always have to talk people off the ledge because everybody is so worried about him and his in the house.
Right.
And I keep on saying that there's nothing to worry about. Zachary is very deliberate in everything that he does. He knows exactly what the ramifications are going to be. And he has a skill that a lot of people don't have. And one of the skills that he has is the ability to smooth things over when he can piss you off.
Absolutely.
There is nothing to worry about with this guy. They are going to keep him around because he creates a shield for all the other house guests. And the fact of the matter is, everybody in that house really likes him.
We were a little worried, actually, on the first episode, well, on the second episode, the second night when he went into the house and he started talking to Frankie and asked him where he went to high school. And I think what did he say? Pinecrest?
Yeah,
and Zach started out with, well, I know all about you guys. I'm going, uh-oh, that wasn't a good comment to make. But since then, he seems to have pulled it out. I think his actual gameplay, so to speak, the first couple of weeks wasn't exactly that great, but I think he's starting to come into his own now.
I definitely think he is, too. I was a little worried with him, and in some of his pre-interviews before the house, he seemed very cocky, very sure of himself. I don't care about anybody. I don't care about friendships, this and that. And I'm like, oh, this guy's going to be gone really quick. Right. And boy, was I wrong. I
think the best example of that is the famous interview that he did with Rachel Riley, where it comes off insulting her, but he totally wins her over by the end of the interview. And like you could see how in an edited show they would cut that part off after he's insulted her, and not he's slick. I'm not joking. I'm not saying this because you're on the show tonight. He is in my draft of in my top 3 picks to be in the final 3 because I really think
your fantasy Big Brother picks.
My fantasies, but like I really got what it takes to get to the end, no matter what anybody says.
And you know what? The fact is that even when he blows up and he says these crazy, outlandish things, there is never a malicious intent. And I think that if you really see it, a lot of the people that are saying that, he's mean are really not looking at what he's saying. Because if I was going to say something mean, I wouldn't call somebody a Fruit Loop dingus. You know what I mean? I use a much better word,
Oh, yeah.
So there's no malicious intent with him. And he's not arrogant. he actually, when he talks about things, it's never that he's better than anybody. That's arrogance when you talk that you're better than somebody. He doesn't.
That's Frankie. That's Frankie.
Yeah. Yep. That's Frankie.
I'm sorry. I do have one question. Speaking of his game, do you think the Team America's tasks over the last 2 weeks have kind of endangered his game at all, especially this last week?
I be honest with you, I don't think so. I think that the guys at Big Brother are trying to figure out, okay, so how can we get him riled up a little bit more? You know what I'm saying? It almost seems like when we read those questions, the two options, like they're actually talking about him. Like, how can we get Zach to do this now? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, nobody can deny that he's making for good television.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
A whole promo on just him. So,
I think he should be getting a cut of the money. I think all the money that Dottie's getting, he should be paid for what he's, you know.
You know what? CBS better treat him really good when he's done with this.
Well, I think this is not the last we're going to be seeing of Zach.
No, I don't think so either.
No, absolutely agree. And just real quick, I did forget, everyone watching, please go to Your Reality Recap /live show. There's a comment forum. Ask Zach's parents questions, anything that you want. Also, follow us on Twitter. Use the hashtag YRRLive to tweet your questions to us, and we will ask them on air. So we've got a
ton of them already.
We have a ton already, yes.
We could just do like an hour of questions for his.
Well, I have one other issue that the one that I've wanted to ask most of all since I knew you were going to be on.
All right, come on, we know what's coming.
Okay. I had to go through all of high school, most of my life, hiding from my parents what Zach has been doing on national TV and on the live feed 24/7. So I'm just, and what I'm referring to is just being a little gay. I'm not I fully believe that he's straight. It's just,
He's comfortable.
I'm just so like, I want to know because I was trying to prevent my mom from ever seeing me touch another guy. He's totally cool. What has happened? Am I in the twilight zone?
Well, Cleo, that was the 70s with you.
Yeah.
But I think what Cleo's kind of saying is, you know, Zach seems very comfortable.
That's what I did.
What do you think of his relationship with Frankie?
Love it.
Yeah, let me tell you something a little bit about us. We're very liberal. Zachary's grandmother has a tremendous amount of friends who are gay. Married couples, young and old, very politically active people in the gay community. They have been at our dinner table, at the holidays. They were at his bar mitzvah. Zachary has grown up in a family that we never end a conversation without saying, I love you. We hug each other.
Oh.
This is a kid who has no bias against anybody except stupid people. He's already said that he doesn't like stupid people. But he does not have any bias against anybody. And he is a kid who has more confidence in who he is. And, you know, the other thing is, girls don't have a problem with giving their best friends kisses and hugs and holding their hand and getting into bed together. Why don't guys get that? Think about it. What could be better than hugging or kissing your best friend?
I want to kiss and love everybody, especially after this gigantic martini.
I love you even more. How is it possible? Oh, you raised him well.
That's awesome. You did. A lot of hugs.
Well, I really think that, you know, Frankie and Zachary might have this final two alliance, but they each have their own separate game. They both also know that this is being aired in front of millions of people. Frankie is well aware that he is going to get more airtime the more outrageous he is. And my kid knows that too. And that's what he's going for. And you know what? More power to them. If that's what it takes for anybody to bring down stupid barriers about things like this, let my kid be in the forefront on a national program and do it. As a straight guy who loves his best friend like a boyfriend.
That's awesome. They should have a card. They should have a card.
You know what? I just think it's so great because I think so many guys would be threatened by the idea of getting, like a lot of, horrible things said about them after the show, and he's just so secure in himself and doesn't care. And he's more about just loving people. It just, if only more people were like Zach, everything would just be better in society.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. You know what? Zach really values friends. He really does. Even though he hates everybody, he values friends.
But he doesn't hate everybody. That's the whole thing. I bet
know that.
Well, maybe Amber.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I think is going to be
I don't even think he hates Amber.
Yeah.
You know, he's
I
just
agree.
playing his part and doing what he needs to do because, like he said, he's going to lie, steal, cheat, and kill for that $500,000.
It's like Scarlett O'Hara, right?
He's playing a role. He's playing a role.
I'm willing to bet you he is. I don't know how much about the cast, but definitely him will probably be the most surprised that because he probably thinks he's the biggest a-hole, but he's going to end up coming out and finding out he's the most popular, and I don't know how he's going to process it, but he's in for a major shock. Also, because I also think that Frankie thinks he's the most popular. Right. He's going to come out of the house and find out it's, strike
well,
that.
I just wish that we'd gotten to know Zach a little more because I think maybe Zach would have been voted as part of Team America and maybe could get a little of this cash, right?
Yeah, but you know what? Ultimately, not even thinking about the money short term, but long term, the more they utilize him to accomplish what they need to accomplish, Zach's the one that's going to come out the winner. Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Someone wanted to say hi to Zach's family.
Oh, you're gonna
Zach's biggest fan. This is Jasper. We're Team Zach. Pro Zach Nation.
Right.
I want to know, will you adopt me? You guys are weird.
Yeah. No. Me first.
I clean and I cook.
Oh, that would be great.
I'm sorry. I'd love to, but we don't have any more room in the house. His cousin Amanda is moving in with us.
Amanda and I are friends. We'll snuggle up.
How great was it that he played that? The way he handled that, I loved it. I loved it. The way
I could tell
production. He's like, yeah, sure, I am.
I could tell by the expression on his face exactly what he was going to say next, because I could see his eyes were going, and you could see the wheels were turning, and he was going, okay, how am I going to play this? And he just went right along with it. He didn't miss a beat.
Yep.
No,
it was brilliant. Brilliant.
All right, we've got a ton of questions on Twitter, in the chat room. Dana, do you have one that we can...
Yeah.
Hello, awesome. Chat room. Thank you so much for joining us,
guys. All right.
So, which past Big Brother house guest do you think Zach is most comparable?
Ooh, that's a good one from Miss Nicole Green.
Yes.
You know what? I really think that, he's definitely you could see from his diary rooms that he's channeling Dan because, he's spitting like him. The inflections in his voice are like him. I think he definitely has a lot of Dr. Will. I think he has some Mike Boogie. Mike Boogie, was fun. Dr. Will was cutting, but Mike Boogie was a little more fun. So I think those would be the best comparison to him. But I think he's cuter than all of them.
Oh, he's
Yes,
super cute.
yes.
I also think he's got a little bit of Arlie Shaban from Big Brother Canada in him too, like playing a role. Like he knows exactly what he's doing. He's orchestrating everything around him. Like his game is.
He delivers a lot of good one-liners that are like.
Yeah.
I love that.
And Dana's in Canada, so we're international Big Brother.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yes. We're all over the place.
And his own personality is, I tweeted this yesterday. I don't know if you guys watched the American Pie movies, but he is very Stifler.
Yeah.
If you go to YouTube, watch a best of Stifler moments, it's like uncanny. It's ridiculous.
Wait a minute. That means I'm married to Stifler's mom.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, no.
Exactly. That's right. That was the joke I made too. It's like we got Stifler's mom on the show tomorrow.
So we've got another question. It's supposed to be on Twitter, but it's actually a direct text from me. I think my mother thinks that she's tweeting, and she says, "Adopt you?" ? What? Because I'm in the room. She says, who do you think is Zach's biggest threat? And that is at Miss Farlow, at Sin Farlow.
Oh, boy.
In the house.
I think Derek's playing a very, very good game. I will say this, sooner or later, I think they're going to figure out that he's been running everybody in the background, and we'll have to see from there. I can really see it. It seems to me like the guys are definitely going to pick off the girls one by one. I really don't see any of the girls doing anything. I think we're probably looking at Derek, Hayden, and Cody, I would think.
Yeah.
I actually think Christine is going to be his threat if they don't get around.
Yeah.
You want me to throw something out there? I think Frankie is.
I think you know what?
Well, actually, you know what? After I heard the diary room has told them that Zaki is popular, so never mind.
Right.
I take that back.
That's what we couldn't figure out is how do they know about Zanky if they're supposed to be in
the diary room? The diary room told them, because they used to call themselves Zraki, but now so you know what? Maybe I think it's a good thing because it makes. Frankie's first priority is himself and being famous, and so if Zach's presence contributes to him being more relevant, it's gonna stay there. So
when you actually look at the whole game, even though Zach has his Zach attack moments, he's really harmless to every single person in there.
Agreed.
He really is. I mean, he's annoying, but he's harmless to everybody else in there.
I find it charming. Call me crazy. I don't know if it's because I think he's adorable, so that might be clouding my judgment. But there's something like that. I'm so glad they showed that clip today of when Nicole was eating slop, and she's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to eat slop," and he's like, "Yeah, sucks to be lazy." He's so lazy.
We've got a funny comment in the chat room on Twitter. It says, Comedy Jonah. It is true. Zach has an extremely handsome uncle in New York, Keith Rance.
Oh,
God.
You guys are all funny.
But I'm the better looking one of all the brothers.
Does he take more after mom or dad? Who's he more like?
Definitely a combination. We're all about laughing in this family. I mean, that's why I fell in love with Kevin, because he made me laugh the first time that I ever met him. So Zachary has very quick wit like Kevin. He's very, personable and all of that, I think, like me. He's definitely a good combination of the two of us.
Mm-hmm.
God, I want you to adopt me even more now.
What?
You can come visit anytime you want.
Yay!
Where are you guys out of?
I'm in LA. I'm about like 15 minutes from the actual Big Brother house. So.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Okay.
I'm in Seattle.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Dana's in Canada.
Where?
Toronto.
Where?
Where in Florida are you guys?
We're in Florida,
Palm
in
Beach
Palm
Gardens.
Beach County.
Palm Beach County.
Okay.
Right near the Zuckermans, of course.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Now, so do you have another question?
I do. I have one here.
Awesome.
Does this huge fan response surprise you at all, or did you suspect the fans might love him from Mattman608? And look, his little profile picture is Zach.
You know, this has really taken all of us for a loop. I don't think that we've actually had 8 hours sleep any night since he left. It's been crazy. It really has.
It's kind of ironic, actually, because the night before they came to get him was like the first night that I think it really hit him, and then he really started freaking out a little bit. And one of the things that he said to me that night before they came to get him is, "Dad, my life's gonna change forever." And I'm like, okay, we can deal with that. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. So
it's a good thing, you know. Whatever's going on is going to benefit him in his life, and you know, we couldn't be happier for him. It's making us crazy, but
I don't think there's a person sorry.
When most kids graduate college, they go to Europe. He goes on national TV.
He gets locked in a house with strangers.
It's cheaper for you.
And I don't think anybody is more all-star quality than he is, so I think he's got a big career
Absolutely.
Ahead.
We've got Heather Ragsdale in at Ravi30.
Oh, I love her.
What is your proudest moment of Zach while in the house? By the way, he's great, and we love him. Thanks for answering. So what's been your proudest moment of him in the house?
You know what? Actually, I have to tell you that everything he does really makes me proud. I must be like the sickest mother, because I think everything he's doing is great, whether it's stirring up all this crap or not. But I have to tell you, the thing that hit me the hardest was how he broke down after Frankie's grandfather died. That I'm able to separate myself from him. So when I'm watching the show, I watch him as a character. And when I saw him on the live feeds go into the have-not room and start crying by himself, it was almost like a jolt to me that that was my child, and that, you know, he was hurting so bad. Most people don't know, but right before Zachary graduated, my mother passed away, and he had he couldn't afford to take any more absences from school, or he wasn't going to graduate. So he couldn't be with the family at the funeral in New York. And I knew then that, like, he needed a hug from his family, because he knew exactly how Frankie was feeling. And my heart just broke that night, you know, when that happened.
And now Derek, too. I mean.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
I know.
It's absolutely insane. You know, we've got Steven in the Twitter chat room at New Jersey Boy says, would you like Victoria as a daughter-in-law?
Oh, my God. No.
Oh, stop it. I don't have any problems with it.
Oh, my God.
And the niceness goes away, Jill. No, I'm kidding. No.
Let me tell you something. I have just like Zach has no tolerance for stupid people, I have no tolerance for girls that are such high maintenance. Like, enough already. Stop touching me. Stop putting makeup on. Stop worrying about what you look like. I mean, those girls in that house are a mess.
I still think Victoria doesn't know what show she's on. She's still waiting for. She's still waiting for a rose, and when the rose ceremony is scheduled, and she's pissed because, you know, she wants to know why she hasn't gone on a one-on-one date yet.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but see, you say that, she's still there, though, isn't she?
And you know what? She's probably going to be there for a while, because she's a perfect person. John and I talked about this the other day. I think Victoria and some of these girls, will slip by because I think that the guys are going to start coming after each other. Something's going to snap very soon, and they're going to start cannibalizing each other before they start going at, like, enough of the weak players. As soon as this twist is over, which is probably next week, they're just going to
Yeah, I know.
So,
right.
To take a little break from that, I want to also get your opinion. A lot of people are asking this online, and they're saying, what do you guys think of Amber and Caleb's relationship?
That was my next question.
I'm sorry, Dana.
I
wouldn't exactly call it a relationship, but
in his mind. You know what? I have said this over and over and over again. My heart, I really feel badly for his family to witness the way it's being portrayed. Editing, tonight's episode definitely made him look crazy. And on the live feed, that is really sad. And you know what? She should be pissed because he did ruin her game.
Yeah, she's not going to be a happy camper when she watches the show.
But do you think, too, Jill, I'm half woman, do you think she kind of should have used her wilds a little bit and kind of just, made him one of her soldiers kind of thing? You know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely. She's a tease. She's going to do whatever she can. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay, because this is the Big Brother.
Sorry, that's Jacasta's. Oh, that's God. Hello? Oh yeah, it's the block. It's the block. Okay, sorry. My phone rang.
Speaking in tongues to you?
So, like, don't you love how Jacasta's all into this new line? Bring. Hello? Oh hi, it's the block. Hey, I'm back. Block. She's all salty this week. Sorry.
She is.
I know.
It's gotten to her.
We got Zach on BB16 in the Twitter room asking, guys, who do you guys think Zach should take? Himself. But who else?
To the final two?
To the final. Well, to the final three.
To the final three.
Question.
That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Who do you take, or like what would be the most strategic for him?
Well, the most strategic is somebody who got there, not be like I definitely.
Bring Jocasta. Hello.
Yeah, I would like him to sit next to Victoria and Jocasta.
Right. Yeah. And just give him the check.
Right. Right.
Can you imagine what his final jury police speech would be if he was final two sitting next to Jocasta or Victoria? It would go down as the most epic jury speech ever because he would know that he had the votes and he would just showboat and make. Oh God, it's.
Actually, it would be real quick and real easy. It would be, why are we even doing this? Where's my check? Good night, everybody.
Where's my check?
All right, we've got another question. Dana?
Yeah, from Big Bro Fan, how will you show or explain Zach's fan support and popularity when he comes out of the house? P.S. His fans want him to feel the love.
You know what? We've talked about that. I don't have any idea how to explain how crazy this has been, except to show him his dog's Twitter account.
Well, I do actually. Why don't you show him the 50,000 Zach Rance Twitter accounts online? Because I swear to God, when I tweet stuff, when it's about Zach, those are the ones that get the most favorites or responses. But then when I see who favorited them, it's like Zach Rance.
And for the record, what is Zach's official?
I've never seen so many pro house guest Twitter accounts. That is love, and that's what you need to show him.
That's fairly interesting, actually, because when the first couple of days, the first week he went in there, I can't tell you how many times I read the word douchebag. And it seems like as time progresses, he's starting to grow on everybody, and I think that's even happening in the house now.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's interesting.
I think we've had a chance to get to know him, right? Like those first few weeks, it was like, who is this person? They're just real kind of crude. Now we've gotten to know him. We understand him. We understand his humor, and it's like, wow.
Yeah.
Just so everybody knows, Zach's official Twitter account is Rancy Pants, RANCEYPANTS. He has 3 tweets, 10.8 thousand followers. but that's the real Zach Twitter account, and yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All right, Dana, do we have another question?
Sure. Oh, I had one about Peyton.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think Peyton's probably just as popular as Zach is. Like.
Yes.
I know what I was going to say about this popularity. Now I know it's not scientific, but the Joker's Updates daily polls are a pretty good litmus test for how the fans in general feel about the house guests. And Zach is number 2 and has been number 2 for a while now. So it's not that he's suddenly gotten popular. I think he is not only been popular for a while, but he's maintained his popularity, and that's not,
He's just fun to watch. Like, he's just fun to watch, so you have to. So here's the question about Peyton. Does Little Broski want to be on Big Brother like his Big Broski from TV Junkie?
Yes, he's going to be on Big Brother 31.
Told us that we're saving a spot for him.
Awesome. We have Luna in the chat room, wants to know, what will surprise Zach more? Derek is a cop or Frankie is famous?
Well, not so much Frankie's famous, but Frankie's sister is famous. That's what's going to surprise.
He's a famous or a YouTube personality. Blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny. I've said this before. When Zachary does find out that Ariana Grande is his sister, Zachary doesn't relate Ariana Grande to being like a pop star. He relates her to being Kat on Sam and Cat on
because
Nickelodeon.
That's what Peyton watches.
Right. Because that show is on all the time here.
Maybe that's the third death in the house because the Cat and Sam show got canceled.
I
know. Frankie's not going to get a letter, is he?
Yeah, she was on Victoria.
Death comes in 3, so that's
Peyton was very upset that Sam and Cat was canceled.
So were my kids. My kids were like beside themselves.
Don't you guys feel like when Julie does the big reveal about Frankie's sister that it's going to be a collective who cares? Like,
you know what? I've been thinking that myself the whole time.
I just feel like she's going to be like, his sister's Ariana Grande, we're going to hear.
Donnie will be making the cricket noises.
Right. Well, you know what it is? It's not like she's relevant to the house guests, because I don't think that they really probably have heard a lot of her songs. I mean, she doesn't have a lot of songs.
And she's not their demographic, so...
Right.
It's just,
right. Yeah.
Like, my kids listen to Ariana Grande, not...
Right.
But Frankie is not her. It's just...
Right.
It's funny you say that, though, but I can fully see that once this is all over, I can fully see Frankie and Zach being friends. You know what I'm saying? I could see Frankie ever comes down to Florida, he's got a place to stay. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sure.
That's awesome.
They'll all be friends, but I don't think anybody's gonna feel more interested in Frankie because of his sister, unless it has to do with getting concert tickets to other artists that she might know.
I'm not. Yeah.
Actually, from what I understand, watching the feeds one night, Frankie told Zachary that he wants to go out with Zach and his brother and Frankie and his sister. And when I told this to Peyton, he looked at me like dead face and he said, "So what you're telling me is I'm going on a date with Ariana Grande?"
good for him.
Speaking of date, we have Amanda in the room. Amanda, 81 says, "Does Zach like older women?" Zach, please leave me.
How would I know?
Mom!
I don't have the foggiest idea, except that the one girl that he did go out with for a long time, for a number of years in high school, was a year older than him.
Oh, a whole year.
There you go, Amanda.
That's okay. Zach's dad likes older women.
There you go. All right, Dana, you got a question up on the screen?
From RLE11, what has been your most cringe-worthy moment so far? So has Zach done anything that you've just been like, oh no?
I gotta say, when he first went in for me, it was when he first went in the house and he was talking to Frankie about the high school thing. And then Frankie went into the diary room and he's saying, I don't even know this guy. Who's this guy? Saying stuff about my high school, and I know what that's all about. That was really got me going.
I think my cringeworthy moments are every goodbye message he makes in the diary.
Oh, I know.
I don't know.
He's got to stop that. I hope he realizes that once these people are in jury, he has to kiss butt.
Yeah.
Well, it actually, not necessarily, because some people, I think Rachel Riley, a couple people don't always kiss butt. And Andy didn't kiss butt last season, and I don't think it's that's much of an issue. People know it's Zach, and Zach wouldn't be himself if he suddenly is artificially nice to someone.
Right.
But he can tone it down a bit. He doesn't have to be artificially nice, but he can.
But I think people would
tone it down just a touch.
People would say like, "Oh, wait a second. Now I know you're just kissing my butt for a vote because you're being nice to me." I think Zach will stay in character until he walks out that door. Yeah. Which hopefully won't be until September 20-something.
Right.
I'm with you.
Here's something we learned early on about Zach, and Steven, New Jersey boy again, asks a great question. Is Zach as frugal as he says he is?
Oh, God.
I think he has the first dollar he ever earned. Yeah.
And my first dollar I ever earned, too.
But I can tell you, he is not frugal with our money.
Right.
Are they ever frugal with our money?
He'll come home and say, "Hey, Dad, I made $150 tonight. Can I get $20 for gas? There's no gas in the car."
Oh my God, I totally see that.
Yeah, I totally
All right.
And we're stupid enough to give it to him.
Oh, he's so charming. I would too. I'd be like, oh, here. Yeah. Hypnotizing, yeah.
I have a quick follow-up about that thing, about that cringeworthy thing about that first episode.
Yeah.
Do you think that they cut away the rest of that conversation, perhaps, and he might have smoothed things over after, or no? Because I'm just trying to remember it.
They had to have done that.
Yeah.
Because he said him and Frankie were talking the other day, saying that they did that final 2 alliance in day 3. Why didn't we see where this happened? We didn't get to see any of that.
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot. What do you think of the edit that he's gotten in the last day, or the last 2 episodes? That's not accurate what they're showing.
No,
he's not a villain.
Right. And you know how you can tell? I saw on the live feeds when he got the HOH basket, and he got Peyton's letter. And when he read it, which he didn't want to do in front of everybody, because he had said that when he gets his letter from home, he wasn't going to read it in front of anybody. But when he did, he cried. His voice cracked. He had to take a deep breath. Why wasn't that shown on TV? Well, it wouldn't have made good. If they show Zachary's sensitive side, there goes the villain side of Zach. So, we're well aware of what they're doing with him, and that's okay. It is okay, because the majority of his fans are on the feeds all day.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, it's not hurting his popularity at all, for sure.
Right.
And it always is a good. It makes for a better storyline in the end if he's this villain.
Right.
You know, but you could tell
villainish.
Villainish. They're grasping at straws for like this whole Hayden, Nicole, Victoria love triangle. What? What was this?
I know.
You know,
no, it's a boring, in my opinion. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is really a boring cast. I mean,
it is.
It is.
That's a point. Like, I totally agree with you, Jill. Totally agree.
How many times, Zachary wants to stir up crap, because if it wasn't for him stirring up crap, there'd be nothing
He's bored
in that show. I mean, really. I mean, how long do we have to go that the House votes with the House?
I know. Like, so many unanimous votes. It's disgusting.
It is. It really is. It's a bunch of wusses.
Yeah, it's like we said. It's like we've said in a previous show. They might as well be around a conference table, right? Like at work, and just everybody votes.
I think it's a perfect segue into discussing this week's Team America votes. Are our choices. I know what the second one is, but which was the first option? Getting Team America to vote for who?
The second one was Team America gets HOHs.
Right, Team America manages to
Right, they get everybody to throw the competition, so Team America wins the
Which, because Frankie can't play for HOH, is production's way of getting Dottie and Derek as HOHs, which John and I both said we wanted to happen on Saturday.
Oh, I want that to happen too.
Yeah.
All
of America wants that to happen. So thank you for listening, CBS. But the first one, what was the first one?
I don't know. The first one was so complicated that I don't think I understood.
Something about voting in a way that
boring cast, complicated questions. That's a good segue into Kevin Durst in our chat room wants to know, how do you guys feel about Donnie?
Oh my God, I would love to sit down with him and just talk to him, because I think there's something so endearing about him. Mm-hmm. And you know what? He's a smart guy. He is a smart guy, and he is very perceptive.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he just isn't, I don't think, tough enough to
mentally,
play a bigger role. You know what I mean? He's not a risk taker, but he's very perceptive. So the better off they'll be if they get him to their side. I mean, I've been wanting Zachary to have an alliance with him, because I think that's like the brains and the brawn. And I think that if Donnie is that perceptive, he can steer Zachary to get things done for them, but...
Absolutely.
He almost did it with Cody. I mean, he got Cody to turn.
Yeah.
Derek flipped him back. But
thank you to the chat room. People have said that option A was get Team America to throw hinky votes and then blame it on two other people,
right.
Which is another thing I worry. Like, I worry if they would throw Zach under the bus, but whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Here's a great question from Jennersum at Jennersum. Comedy Jonah, how much of the house has Zach's dog Tiger eaten?
Oh my God! If I could show you what we came home to tonight.
Hang on.
Oh wait.
Hang on 1 second.
Kevin's gonna go get the remnants of our chair.
Okay, good. I love props.
I will never ever. Zachary is going to have to buy us new furniture when he gets home, so he better win something.
He better win.
Because that dog has torn up my house.
What kind of dog is it?
He is a chocolate lab.
What's the dog's name?
Tiger Woods.
So it's Tiger Woods attack.
Of course it is.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Oh wait, they can't see it. Oh wait.
Is it a pillow?
The remnants of my
That's
chair.
It's a true Rance causing havoc in the house.
Oh.
Tiger.
Yeah. Tiger is just as hyper as Zachary.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, he's running off.
He's just as entertaining and adorable as Zach.
Yeah, he is. That's why he's still here.
Here's a question everybody wants to know. How tall is Zach?
Yes.
Good one.
Yes.
He's 5'10".
Oh, so am I.
Me too.
Are you Jewish?
And you're Jewish.
It's meant to be.
Here comes Tiger.
Oh wait, there's
Oh, he's so cute.
Tiger.
Oh, there's Tiger.
Hi, Tiger.
Oh my God.
Wow. Was that a chocolate lab?
Yeah, he's a
Oh.
yeah. He was Zachary adopted him from a rescue place.
And adopts from a rescue?
Yeah.
Are you people real? Are you real?
They just made him up in Utopia and dropped him out of the sky. Like,
We love the Rances.
I know you love them so
can you be my mom?
much. Oh.
We
How did
wait.
Zach get cast? Like, where did they find him? Because
Okay, this is how we know that this was what Zach was meant to do. Zachary was supposed to graduate from college last year, and a few months before graduation, he was in a bar and he got into a fight. Surprising. But I have to say, you know what? He reached the age of 23 without ever being in a fight. So we were surprised at that. But he got into a fight and he got hit in the face. And as cute as Zachary is, Zachary had 3 surgeons in an operating room working on his face. After this.
Oh my God.
Yes. So he had to take a medical leave of absence from school. And he came home, and so he had to do an additional year of school. And when he went back to school, a lot of his friends had already graduated, and he really didn't have much to do. He happened to be surfing the internet and saw that Big Brother was having a casting call in Gainesville. And he called me up, and he said, "Mom, I think they're coming for me." And I said, "You're probably right."
And yes, and he was right.
He was right. He was
Wow. Wow.
right. So we know that if that never happened to him, he never would have been on school. He never would have been on the show.
Oh well, I'm sorry that he got hurt, but I'm really glad what ended up happening as a result of it.
Yep.
All right, let's do a couple more questions. I know it's getting late for the Rance family. They've been up very early this morning watching the feeds. But we've got a question from Susie in the chat room. Susie at 2010. What do you think about the prayer circle religion brought into the house? You guys religious?
No, we're not religious.
Yeah, are you like Reformed Jews?
We're what you call JWC, Jewish when convenient.
Yes. Yes, Leo.
So you're like the C&E Catholics that we have, right?
Actually,
on the holidays. And
we're a family. Zachary's grandfather is a devout Catholic who goes to church twice a week, and his rosary beads are hanging on his door. We're more of a spiritual family than we would be religious. So, you know what?
Adopt me now. I'm going to drop papers, please.
You know what? Whatever makes people happy and whatever keeps them comfortable, regardless of what it
move
is.
to Florida.
It's almost like a cultural thing. Like, and you go to temple if you're feeling guilty.
Yeah.
It's so nice because you guys are this nice, even with the humidity in the Florida.
I used to have straight hair.
All right, Dana, you got another question for us?
Robbie 30. What has been your proudest moment of Zach while in the house? He's great, by the way, and we all love him.
Hi, Heather.
You know,
I can't say we've had a moment that we haven't been proud of him. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that sounds, but
I'm right there with you.
I don't think he's done. He hasn't done anything not to make us proud. Let me put it to you that way.
And you know what? He's giving the people what he wants, and I couldn't be happier with the way that he's handling it in that house. I think he's adorable in the house, you know?
I agree!
I think so too. You know what? I read his bio, and I was like, oh, I'm not going to like this guy. And then I watched the interviews, and I was like, against, like, every fiber of my being told me not to like him, but I just fell in love with him. Like, I don't know how you can't. Like, when you start off not wanting to like someone, and then you just fall in love with them, like, that's...
Well, do you remember that there was a Seinfeld episode, and where George would do the leave behind and all that after a date, and then he called it the Costanza. And that's what he's like, Zach. It just grows on you.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. Okay, one more question, and we will let you go because it is late, and I know that. We've got X Marcosaur asking, would you guys ever do Big Brothers yourself?
Oh my God! You know, I would do it in a heartbeat, except for the fact that I don't think I could do any of the physical competitions because I have a bad back. But man, I would love to do that. But you know what I would love even more is if we had a reality show here.
Oh my gosh!
Don't give us ideas at your reality recaps. We'll make it happen.
Oh, okay.
I know that you're not allowed to answer this, but I will just say I hope that we get a segment of you and your family on one of the Thursday shows coming up soon.
I know.
I hope they come and profile you guys because, yeah, I think the people that are watching our show right now are really fortunate to see what we're getting to see, and I think America needs to see it too because you guys are just I'm verklempt. You guys are menches is the best word.
Oh, I gotta fan myself. I'm just like, you guys.
Well, you know what? You guys have been really kind to us, and I appreciate that. I appreciate.
You are welcome to come back on our show anytime you want to talk and chat and hang out. We love you guys. Everyone in our chat room, Twitter is exploding. You guys have just made such a mark. We really appreciate your time. I know you've been up late. We're going to wrap this show up a little bit. Do you want to tell everyone where they can find you on Twitter again?
Yeah, I'm at KJZP Jill, and Kevin is at Zach RBB 16 Dad, and Peyton is at Pizzle Rancy, and Tiger is, I think Tiger's Tiger Rancy. I think. I don't know. But,
and then we've got Keith Rancy, too, as well, right?
Oh, I just want to tell everybody in the chat room, people are kind of asking a lot, like, where's Peyton? Because he was supposed to be here. So I told everybody he had to go to camp.
Oh, no.
No, he had some media obligations to fulfill in New York.
Actually, he went to New York with his grandparents, and he's going to be up there for a couple of weeks.
I think you guys all should follow, especially I know with Jill's mom, with Zach's mom, Jill. Follow her because every morning I wake up and on my Twitter feed, she retweets like all of these great Zach pictures. Awesome! It's just like your morning dose of Zach, and I love it. It's just
well, you know what? I woke up this morning to her saying how she had to, like, she was up, she couldn't sleep, so she watched the feed. So like she was the reason why I actually kind of flashed back to watch like the drama go down in the HOH room.
I know. Thank you. You know, it's so funny. I sometimes feel like I'm there to kind of be this level-headed person. I'm always telling all these people that are tweeting, you know, just sit back and just enjoy the show. Stop dissecting it and just enjoy it.
Absolutely. It's just a game. It's all in fun. Yep. Cleo, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Miss Cleo BB, and yeah, thank you so much, Rance family. I adore Zach, and it's been he's been the great thing about this season, and I feel honored that you guys joined us tonight.
Well, thank you. When we come out to LA to pick up the check, and Zach, we'll be sure to come see you.
I cannot wait to meet Zach at the wrap party, and and I will name drop and say that I spoke to your parents, and we're cool. So
good.
he's going to be more surprised at how cool everybody thinks we are.
All right, Dana, where can we find you?
You can find me at dgoodyear1975. You can read all my blogs on yourrealityrecaps.com/bb16. And you guys, if you are ever this side of the border, please call me.
Look at all of this love. Tons of love. All right, everyone. Thank you so much in our chat rooms, on Twitter. You guys have been amazing. Everyone viewing the show. There's a lot of viewers. This is one of our highest rated shows. It has been so much fun chatting with the Rance family. We hope they come back again. Eric is going to be back again as well. Until our next show on Saturday, we've got Will from Big Brother 10.
What? No, from Big Brother 14.
Big Brother 14, sorry. I got so excited with the Rance
The
family.
Will show.
I lost my mind. He does the Will show. We'll be on Saturday. That's right. Got it. The Will Show, and I'm Comedy Jonah. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until Saturday, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.